Hello, everybody. I think we are live. I hope we're live. So let me know that you're joining us and that you can see me by saying hello. My name is Jessica Gordon, and I will be your host this evening for this fun cooking show. We have lots of great things planned tonight. We have some trivia coming. We have an amazing recipe. It's going to be so delicious and fresh for summer. So I can't wait for Amy to come and share that recipe with us. But in the meantime, as you're jumping on, let us know that you're here. Oh, I see. Oh, wait. In the meantime. Uh-oh. There we go. I had to turn my volume down because you can hear me. That was funny. Anyways, so yay, we're live. That's awesome. I'm so excited. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica Gordon, and I'm director with Extreme Stars. And we are here today because we are going to share a delicious recipe with you using our wonderful Tupperware products. So as you're joining us this evening, let us know if you're watching the replay. Let us know, and then who you are a guest with, who invited you, or if you're a host or a customer, or if you're a consultant, let us know in the chat. We would love to say hello to you, okay? So we are gonna get started right away. Oh, yay, I see some of you are joining. So let me know that you're here because I don't see any comments yet. All right, so I wanna say hi to you. All right, so anyways, we have a lovely night planned for you all, and we're gonna get started here in just a few minutes. But before we get started, play some trivia because every comment is an entry into a prize drawing. Okay, so let's get some trivia questions going. All right, so give me 1 second here. Yay! All right, I see Kathy. I see Grace. Awesome. All right, invite your friends. All right, because we're going to have some fun tonight. And let's get some trivia going. Okay, so here's your first question. Strawberries, all right, are grown in every state in the United States. But what state do you think leads the pack with 10 million baskets of strawberries shipped during harvest time? So what state do you think leads the pack in production? So give us your guess in the comments, and then at the end, I will reveal the answer. All right? So what do you think, which state leads the pack in production of strawberries? They're produced in every state in the United States, which is crazy, right? So, all right, so let me go back and see if you guys got some guesses going on. I know we're on a little bit of a delay. I see your thumbs up. Awesome. Hey, Gina, how are you? So which state do you all think has the highest production of baskets of strawberries? Let us know in the comments. Ohio, good guess, Robin. Is there any other guesses? I will let you guys all know at the end of our cooking show. And Amy's going to be joining us here. Oh, there she is. So she's going to share with you all a delicious recipe, a nice fresh recipe with you all for this summer. All right, Amy, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, Jessica. Hey, everybody. So excited to be here with you guys. I absolutely love salads and I love when we get to use fresh stuff, right? So I'm excited to hear what the trivia question is, what the answer is to that trivia question. How about you? All right. So first of all, though, I'm going to be using some of our Wonderlier bowls, and we've just talked about these. We've talked about these before. Now, these are actually the first bowl that we have gotten to work us started with. And so I'm going to use a nice big one for my salad. All right, so we are going to be using kale tonight. Actually, we're going to be using a lot of different vegetables. So there's going to be all kinds of tastes in here and lots of nutrients too. But did you know that you can eat kale several different ways? You could eat it in a salad like I'm making tonight, or it's really good. Lots of people use it in smoothies and also pestos, or you can use it in pastas and quiches. So not only can you use it in cold dishes, but you can use it in warm dishes too. Now I am using, oh, my family put these on. So I'm going to give you guys some tips. I am using our Fridgesmarts here, and they did not vent this correct. All right, so on here, we have a lovely picture. Now, this isn't the up-to-date one. You guys would get the up-to-date one. And let me just share this with you really quick. The up-to-date picture does have a QR code on there. So if because this doesn't have all the fruits and vegetables on here, right? And it's not going to scratch off. It's not going to wash off because it is in the material. All right. But if you scan that QR code, it will show you all the fruits and vegetables out there and herbs and how to store them. And you're like, how to store them? So they last a lot longer in these because Tupperware did research. Okay, so they know some fruits and vegetables and herbs, some things like air. Some things like a little bit of air, and some things don't like any kind of air at all. All right. And so they do have a venting system for all of that. So there's an open circle, a closed circle, and a half open circle. Now, if you put this little slider on the opposite side of the picture, then all you have to do, because there's a lot of people that are like, I can't see that. We have old eyes, right? And so just put that slider on the opposite side of the picture and then slide it to wherever that category is, or whether it's on the left, the middle, or on the right. All right. So it makes it easy for you all. Plus, on the bottom, there are feet, and they do have little places in the feet that raise it up, okay, out of the water. So the water, all of these produces, all the produce, they do sweat, all right? And they don't like to sit in their own sweat, just like we don't like to sit in our sweat because we get pruny, right? If you sit in a bathtub, you get pruny after a while. Same thing kind of happens with your produce, but Tupperware has created these so that it will sit up and out of that sweat. Now, they do recommend putting them in here dirty and dry, and they will last you longer, okay? But if you're like me and you have kiddos and you're packing their lunches and you want it to be ready to go, then you can clean it up and so that it's easy to access, right? And that won't prolong the life like the weeks that it will dirty and dry, but it will be good for that first week, right? So anyway, I have in here my kale and they have it closed. Now, I would actually have the kale half open. So we would put this over to the half open. All right. So, and we have a big old thing of kale in here. And for this recipe, we are going to chop it up. All right. So, but you don't want to chop up the stem. So we're using our Supersonic chopper because it is amazing. If you didn't see the last cooking show, then you can go back and watch it. Now, I'm just going to pull these off of here. But if you wanted to, you can always use our kitchen shears because they're great also for getting that off. All right. So, and my husband actually is the one who pulled it off or cut off the stems. I'm like, what is that? When I got my groceries, because they were on these huge stems. And so we just pull them right off the stems. So the recipe calls for how much kale? Calls for 4 ounces. So that is actually probably a good amount, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more in there. Just because there is a lot of good nutrients inside of kale. All right. So, and then we'll store the rest of that in here for another day. All right. Love that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and chop this up. Just put on the lid. Now, if you are new, we have a pull cord. This pull cord is, well, it's one of our favorite things in this house, and it has been for a long time. So I started selling Tupperware 11 years ago. And so I do have 3 kiddos. They are 8, almost 14, and 15. And well, they have all been using this for a very long time, especially my little guy. So whenever, it's so fun because you can get your kids in the kitchen helping out more when you have these nice products that they can actually come in and use, right? And I was always told to have my kids in the kitchen help me make these meals because when they help make them, then they are more likely to eat them. And I'm like, sweet, I want them to help. So plus it's a really good learning tool for our kids, right? So I have our kale in here. And they would always come running because it's fun. It's fun to pull that cord, especially when they're as little as my youngest guy, and because he was born into Tupperware. So when he wasn't even a year old, he'd be on mom's hip, on my hip, pulling that cord, all right, because it was just so much fun. So I actually bought broccoli slaw, and I am going to, it is um kind of chopped up, but we're going to chop it up some more just because I want it to be more fine. All right. Now, I love this stuff. This is just me doing this semi homemade, right? It's just a little bit easier because I am always on the go. And so I like to have easy recipes, right? So we'll just chop that up just a little bit more. All right, that was 8 bowls. I'm going to do it a couple more so that it's more choppy. All right. So you can see it's nice and chopped now. Kind of like a coleslaw consistency, real small. So got that in there. And I'm going to use my spatula to scoop out the rest of this. Don't know about our spatula. It's amazing. It has a nice long handle. So you can get down in all those jars, like the mayonnaise jar, your peanut butter jar. And it is heat resistant. So we use it on our stovetop quite often for when we make scrambled eggs, just because it's easy, or sauces. So we have the broccoli slaw actually has lots of broccoli in it. Obviously, it's broccoli slaw, right? And it has red cabbage in it. So the recipe did call for red cabbage. So that's why I'm like, we'll just go with that because I'm not going to use a big old head of red cabbage. I won't. It'll go to waste, and so I don't want that to go to waste. And this won't go to waste. So we have the sloss in there, the slaw, and the kale, and now we're gonna make the dressing. So what's really fun about this dressing is it's easy. So we're just going to use this same chopper, and I already have measured out my oil. Now the oil is 2 tablespoons, and that's also 1 ounce. And so I'm actually using our minis and these things because you can take them on to go because they have a really nice seal. And so you can put dressings in here, or you can put like peanut butter or mayonnaise or vitamins or anything. What would you put in there? Or a little shot glass, right? So this is actually balsamic vinegar. So we're going to put some of that in there. And that is 1.5 ounces, which is 3 tablespoons. All right. And then we're going to use 3/4 cup of jam. Now I decided to go with Smucker's all natural jam. All right. So we're just going to put that down in there. You can use your favorite kind of strawberry jam. All right. And if you want to change it up some, you don't want to do strawberry, something else. That is the beauty of this recipe, is that you make it you, right? So we have the vinegar in there and the oil and the jam, and now we're going to put feta cheese. Now the recipe does call for 4 ounces. This is 5. What's another ounce? It's feta cheese. It'll be yummy. A little bit of extra cheese, I don't think will hurt us, right? Just make it a little bit better. I don't know. I love cheese. Do that. We're doing it. Why keep a little tiny bit, right? So then you just mix it up. If it's a little bit thicker, that is fine too. You can always not put that in or put a little bit more oil in. Totally up to you what you want to do. All right, so we have the blades out, and oh my gosh, that smells so good. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to pour this on top and then you mix it up. And then we add to it fresh, some fresh strawberries and some almond slices. So this is going to be my lunch tomorrow. Um, and probably a few days after that. I don't know. Maybe I'll share. Maybe I'll share with some friends. We'll see. See about that. All right. And then you just mix it all up. Oh, I forgot to add the salt. You know what? That's fine. We'll just add a little bit of salt on top. So I am using our counter. They used to be called counterscapes. Not sure exactly what these are called now. So I'm just going to put it right on top and then it'll mix up. All right. And what I love about them is that they do, I just cut carrot in there. All right. Well, that's gonna have to get washed. But I love that it has a little spoon inside of there, so it makes it really easy to measure out my salt. All right. So this is awesome because you know how you get this recipe? You can actually contact your consultant and she can give you a direct recipe for this salad. And so, like I said, we are going to put some fresh strawberries on top of that. And a mess, guys. It happens though. And then I always clean it up. All right. So we have that all mixed up, and then we're going to add the fresh strawberries. So I told you about the strawberries. So I did cut off the tops and I did dry them. I washed them but I dried them. All right. I pat them dry so that they will last a little bit longer. And since I already used these shears for I'm going to save that one. That one's nice and big for cutting off my stems. I'm just going to use them again for my strawberries because that's what I like to do. Less dishes, right? Who likes to have less dishes? And it works really well. So this is really pretty. I should have made this earlier and took it to a cookout last weekend. This would be a really nice, yummy recipe for a cookout. All right, so it does call for 1 cup of strawberries, but use more or less whatever is your desire. Now you can probably even go with raspberries if you would rather have raspberries and do like raspberries and your raspberry jam with fresh raspberries or blackberries if you would want to do that. All right. So I have them on top, and then we're going to top it even more with some sliced almonds. And sprinkle them on top. Now, make sure if you're having your kids do this, you have them wash their hands beforehand. Now, my hands were clean, so I don't have to worry about that. But you store it in your Wonderlier bowl. You can actually see it. We probably could have used even smaller bowl, but you can see inside, and then look at that. So pretty. It's going to be so tasty. So make sure you get your recipe from your consultant. All right, back to you, Jessica.
Wow, Amy, that looks super delicious. I am so excited to try the recipe, and I saw many comments as well, and they're excited to try it as well. So like Amy said, if you want the recipe, tag your consultant right here in the comments, and they will get the recipe to you. So the trivia question, let's go back to that. I've seen lots of great guesses, and someone was right. The answer is California. So congratulations, Gina. You are exactly right. That is the answer. So way to go. All right, so we will be back June, I think 4th, the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to follow and like us so you're in the know when we go live again with another delicious recipe for you all for this summer. All right, everyone. Hope you have a great night, and thanks again for joining us. Bye.